Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of A Safe Space for Men. I'm your host, Ryan. I hope everybody had a good holiday, um, got to spend a lot of time with your family and your loved ones, and hopefully you ate a lot of food. Not too much, but definitely, I think Thanksgiving is I think that's the second highest grossing day of the year, like where the most food is sold. I think right after the Super Bowl, or either the Super Bowl is number two and Thanksgiving is number one. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, and download to the podcast. I appreciate it. I saw some people actually drop some ratings this past episode, so I appreciate that. Uh, Shout out to the Eagles, our 10-1 Eagles. Best team in the NFL record-wise, best team in NFC. Uh, they stress me out every Sunday. It's like a nail biter. It's the first half, they're doing all kinds of dumb shit. Then the second half, they come back and take care of business, which is good. But I want a week where we just come out and just blow a team out, and we can just like cruise and relax. Cause I don't need any more gray hairs. I got more than enough. I'm currently in the middle of so I'm trying something new. I'm doing a 2-day fruit detox. I'm probably gonna try to do it every week on my days off since they back to back normally, if I don't get called in for OT. But I have read something. It's supposed to be like really good for the body. It's supposed to like force out all the bad shit in your body, and also it's gonna help you shed off some weight, which is what I'm trying to do. Even though everyone tells me like my size is good, pause. But I'm not comfortable with the number I see on the scale, even though I know most of it is actually muscle because I lift a lot and I lift heavy, which is I'm laying off of that now too. I'm not going to be lifting every day. I'm probably going to lift maybe 2 times a week, and I'm gonna lift really, really, really light, like really light. So, my dumbass cat, look at him. That's why he in there. Get off my couch. Yeah, so I lift light because I'm gonna start lifting light so that it can cut more and it won't put on as much mass. So we're gonna see how they go. Um, yeah, this is the second day of it. So tomorrow I'll be back to eating. The only thing I'm eating right now is obviously fruits and like mostly fruits, vegetable every now and again. And I do my shake in the morning, which I got right here. It's a protein shake that I have in the morning, and that's it. That's all I'm having throughout the day. So it is really hard mentally. It's hard because the dumbass cat, he over there trying to scratch my stuff up. He always do stuff when I start to record. Like you would think he would appreciate that I let him back in the house. Um, but but yeah, so we're gonna see how it goes. It's really hard towards the end of the day though, because that's when like normally at night you like want to snack and you want to munch on something. So we just gotta like mentally just gotta be like really strong. I typically only eat in between 12 hours anyway, so that's kind of where I try to focus in there. And once I feel myself like getting a little hungry, I'll have like some water or something. But I'll just pretty much go to sleep. Like my day is pretty much nice to go to sleep. That way I can wake up and start the next day. So it's going pretty good. Yesterday was alright just until the evening. My recap Thanksgiving. So I was going down to my best friend / brother house. Oh, excuse me. And that was fun. That was actually it was decent. It was a quick drive down to Maryland, like 90 minutes, with Lewis and his family, and Gina and the kids and everything. So it was for me. It was it was a nice experience. I'm always normally Thanksgiving. I cook big dinners here for me and my kids, whether they're here or not. I just make big dinners. I don't know how to make small meals. So that's normally what I've done in my adult life is be with my kids. So it was nice to go somewhere else for once and just be in the presence of other people. This year for me has really just been about trying new shit, doing things differently, which is something I'm trying to get my kids to do. Uh, what's really dope about being down there, so before we ate, we like stayed around the table, we held hands, and everybody just went around and said what they was thankful for, which is really decent. And you would think, I have kids, you would think I have done that before. I've never done that. So I might actually steal that, and well, I'll be doing it with the small kids because the teenagers only want to be here next year. Well, no, they'll be here every year, but they're all going to go out to college. So, life changes when they become adults. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that with my kids. Not that they're not thankful now, but yeah. So we said what we was thankful for. It was really cool. It was really dope. Just I don't know. It was just really good energy. Uh, I'm actually now thinking about hosting Christmas here, like with my family, like my mom, and I told him I invited him. So I'm thinking about. I know I'm gonna be here for Christmas. I know that for sure. I like the idea of just waking up to my kids on Christmas, and or them waking me up, whatever one happens first. So we'll see how that goes. Back to that though. So funny thing this week, I had told Gab like a couple days before, like we were going to Maryland, and she's like, "Oh, okay, cool, whatever." And then she texts me the day before, like, "Oh, I think I'm going back to my mom's house today." And typically, I do allow my kids to make their own decisions. But when I make plans for us to do something, like we're not deviating from that. And you're not ditching me, like not putting me against your mom, but you're not ditching me for your mom. And that's what happened kind of like the 2 years prior. And I said it to her, like the last 2 years, you just dipped on Thanksgiving. I'm over here cooking, slaving, and this isn't. Again, I don't want to be like a me versus a mom thing, but yeah, if you're with me 24/7, and then you're just dipping on a holiday, that's not cool. And we can split the holiday absolutely, but this year you'll be with me. So I kind of had to put my foot down, and um, things got a little nasty because her mom reached out to me and she said some shit to me that I'm not really gonna repeat, but it's one of those. If you follow me on Twitter, you know what happened. But yeah, it's just this basically the stuff she sent to me. I just sent back a bunch of laughing, crying emojis because it was ridiculous. And yeah, now I really choose peace. I just blocked her because I don't have time. That's what I've been doing lately. Anybody that disturbs my peace or you try to like get under my skin, I just block you. You know what I mean? It's easier for me because I don't got to get angry. I don't have to get nasty. I ain't got to threaten nobody. Like I ain't got to do nothing. It's just I'm gonna block you. And yeah, I mean, some people might say, "Oh, that's immature. I got a kid together." Fuck that. My kid is 16. If something serious should happen, God forbid, knock on wood, yeah, I know how to get in touch with her. But at this point, it's really I'm over it. It's no reason, cause yeah, it's really nothing for us to discuss. Um, my child is with me. I handle everything, and it's not shade to her, nothing like that. It's not saying she's a bad mom or nothing like that. But we're choosing peace. That's what we're choosing from here going forward. Uh, how long should leftovers be kept? I saw that was like a big debate on social media, and I don't, cause it never even came into question to me until I became an adult and I started seeing people talking about it, saying like, "Oh, by Sunday or Saturday, your leftovers should be in the trash." I don't know about y'all, but we grew up poor. As kids, I remember Thanksgiving food. We was eating Thanksgiving food to the following weekend or the following Thursday, because my grandma made big ass dinners, and we never got sick. Nothing ever happened to us. So I don't know. I mean, like I know they say, oh, the food goes bad after a couple of days, but I mean, I don't know. Even now, I've heated up pizza that I've ordered 3 days later, and it tastes just as good. Put that shit in the oven, get it nice and crisp. Tastes fine to me. So if it's something y'all know, let me know because obviously I don't want to be poisoning myself. But I have yet, again, knock on wood, to have anything bad happen to me for eating leftovers past a certain date. I think sometimes people be just being a little too bougie, and I'm all for bougie, but we don't waste food. So I gotta check. I may have some leftovers in my fridge that I brought back with me because they sent me back with a big like tray of food. I still got fucking pies and shit over there that I was telling them to keep because my kids, they don't. These kids, I don't. We're not these kids. When I say these kids, that's me, Jordan, and Gab because they're the ones that are here. But Jordan eat cookies, but Gab really don't like. It frustrates me because sometimes I cook like I try to cook like every 2 days, and like the last week or so I haven't. I've been cooking like twice a week because she typically gets food at the school, and it's just like the food is just sitting. And if me and Jordan don't eat it, then it just sits there and it's a waste of food. It's a waste of money. So, but yeah, they don't be, and I be telling people like when I be out and I go to like family events, they be, oh, take some to go platters. I'm like, they're not gonna eat it. My kids, they're gonna like, they won't eat the same thing back to back, which is, I don't know why. I don't know if that's because of us, because we was cooking so much. But I don't know what the fuck is going on. So, oh, and this past week, my cousin Cordell visited me, which was really cool. We got to hang out. We hung out like most of the day. Whatever day it was, I was getting my car fixed. I think it was like Tuesday. He had when I saw him. So Cordell was the cousin of my brother Marcus, who passed away. So we had connected there. He was like, "I'm gonna come see you, this, and that." And like I said, y'all know I've been on this like just trying to spend time with as many people as I can. Life is quick, and just because me and him actually grew up together, we used to live around the corner from each other. And then of course you become adults, you get your own families, and you move way out the city or whatever happens. Shit happens. Um, but it was really cool to get to sit down and just really talk to him. We hadn't really talked like that probably, if definitely not ever like that as adults, and we definitely hadn't sit down had any real conversations since we was kids. We always saw each other like in passing, always at a funeral or something like that. So I was really, really happy to really sit down and hang out with him. He's supposed to be coming back soon, so we're gonna set that up. Hopefully, get him to bring his daughter and his wife. I don't know. I like being around good energy, being around good company, and again, cause I'm 37, and it's like I told you before, it's a possibility I live half my life. You know what I mean? And better late than never to just really, because I wasn't always like this. Wasn't always like, let me reach out, let me try to. I was very much in my own little bubble with my family and my kids, and I was comfortable with that. But just now, as you get older, you just understand things differently and see how precious life is and how important family is. And every time some shit has happened with me, um, anytime I've been in a hospital, anything that's happened to me, I've been through any type of serious event in my life, good or bad. My family, I can't even lie. Like it's really been the ones that either showed up there. I remember I was in the hospital before, and I woke up and I had like 18 members of my hospital, 18 members of my hospital friends, 18 members of my family, in the waiting room. You know what I mean? And it was, and that just shows like, when it matters, like the people that love you and they're gonna be there for you no matter what. Which is why I try not to get into stuff with family members. I really like if you always hear me say like there are relatives that I don't necessarily agree with how they carry stuff or what they do, and it's more of a hey, how you doing, and you kind of keep it moving. You know how to handle those type of people, but that doesn't mean I love them any less. It just means like when you can't, if someone's presence is too much for you, you gotta know how to limit, your limit your time with them. We'll say that. So we got into kind of what's going to lead into what I want to talk about today. He asked me why I wasn't in a relationship, and that's really the first time I ever really thought about it. And the best answer I had for him was just like I'm just not in a place where I could 100% focus on being in a relationship right now, which is part of the reason that's probably the most honest part of it is because I'm so busy. Like I really am like focused, obviously, on my kids and my own personal development. I got the podcast, which does take up a lot of my time. There's a lot of research to go into some of the episodes, if not most. There's some other things that I'm working on the side that I want to start to do, but I just am like, I guess, getting the courage to do. I want to write a book that I started like 4 years ago, and I just never finished. There's a lot of shit that I want to do, so I'm really focused on that aspect of my life and really like hopefully like growing like a brand for myself. But the podcast is really important to me. It's I don't know, it's kind of sometimes it's like a therapy session, you know what I'm saying? Especially like recording and then like when talking to people after it drops and having them conversations with fellow brothers and sometimes women. We conversate about some of the issues in our communities and the things that I experienced that they can relate to, and the things that they experience that I can relate to. So it's just really like that's really what I'm focused on. And honestly, I just don't have the mental capacity to teach anyone right now. I feel like a lot of my previous relationships, or because I've only been in a few relationships, but let's say people I date, I'm just always teaching somebody. And not to say you're not gonna always teach somebody something, but you get tired of like meeting people with the same issues as the previous person. And that could be a product of me. That could really just be maybe I need to make better decisions, or not maybe. I do need to make better decisions. We honest here. And probably some of the people that I attract, I constantly attract the same type of women in some cases. It probably has something to do with me. I remember someone told me that I like to fix people, and that's probably why I attract a lot of broken women. And I'm gonna catch hell for that, but whatever. I attract people that have pre-existing issues, daddy issues. I attract a lot of women that absent fathers or disgusting dads, or they just don't have a dad at all, whether it's because of death or something like that, or prison. which is fucking crazy. But I gotta, like I said, I'll just be examining myself and just again self growth. I gotta get myself to a place where I can be the best version of me before I can be the best boyfriend or best husband or anything like that. Ooh, excuse me. Best boyfriend or best husband, anything like that. Even though I don't have any plans of ever getting married again. I have no interest in that shit. Which is what we're gonna talk about today. But back to my cousin real fast. Just shout out to him because he followed through on what he said he was going to do, which is like I respect that, and I just look forward to the next time hanging out. Ironically, I had another relative that I was supposed to hang out with and just didn't. Basically, this will be the last time I say somebody. I have reached out and I've reached out again. I reached out twice in like the same week. You know, anybody know me? I'm only gonna say something once to you. But I reached out a second time and they just kind of like ignored both of them. I was like, oh, okay. And I might have said something about it on the previous episode, but I wish them well. I hope they're in good health. I hope they're doing good in life. I hope things works out for them. But I won't be reaching out anymore. If they reach out, obviously I'll respond. But I don't play games. Like I don't like that. Like I don't like that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Something else I wanted to say. Back to something that I was kind of talking about earlier. People that do you wrong love to play the victim and act like they have no idea why you don't fuck with them. You know what I mean? Out here burning bridges and didn't want to know why they don't have access to you. And, you know, those are the type of people that you have to just block off and keep, out your area. But I hate when people are like, oh my God, why do you not fuck with me? Or why are you so, like, you don't speak to me? And it's like, did you forget all the shit that you did to me, all the shady shit you did to me, or the shady thing you did to me, and you think we supposed to be okay? Nah, it ain't no beef, but it definitely is not gonna be much peace. I don't really have nothing to say to you. So, something else I wanted to talk about before I get into my topic. I feel like, or this could be one of this could be one of the topics. There's too many women out here trying to tell men how to be a father, and I feel like, and that's what I see in my experience, and what I see is always a woman that never had a father trying to tell a father how to be a father. I can't tell you how to push a baby out. I have no experience with that. I can't tell you how to be a mom. I have no experience with that. Regardless if I had the greatest mother in the world or not. I could never have any idea what it's like to be a mom. You know what I mean? There's no reason. Everybody's gonna have their opinions about stuff, but I mean, obviously, you could tell if a person is bad at their job. But I think the mistake that a lot of women make is trying to have a man be the type of father to their children that they wanted for them, and it's like sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how to carry a baby. I can't, you know what I mean? It's just sit down somewhere. It's really fucking annoying. Just because a man does not parent the way you want him to does not make him a bad father. And vice versa. Just because you are not a mom the way that I would want you or somebody else wants you to be a mom does not make you a bad mom. And I think we all have to come together and have a better understanding with that. Because that's really one of the major disagreements I've experienced with the kids I have. Well, with two of the people that I have kids with. It's always like the conversations has always been about what they want, and it's like that doesn't make any sense. The one that actually, which is crazy, Jordan mom is the one that's always just like, nah, nobody can touch you as a dad. She said it all the time. She'll tell me sometimes, she's like, you an asshole. She says, I don't know anybody can touch you as a dad. She like, she would even, this is during, and post our relationship. Like she said that, yeah. That man will do anything and everything for his children. I have, never seen nobody move the way he moved for his kids. And sometimes I get a little crazy because I don't let nobody fuck with my kids. But yeah, even people that like she don't know that I know that know her, and she said it to them, and they be like, "Yo, she speak really highly of you as a dad." Like, you know what I mean? Like again, she say you an asshole, but like, yeah. So. And with them, there's them three in particular. One has a father that's dead. Out of the three that I have kids with, the particulars. One's father is dead. One didn't have an active dad, and one of them their dad is just a trifling human being. I won't get into the specifics, but yeah, Um, yeah, and I wrote down. I'm pretty sure I don't agree with all their motherly decisions, but does not warrant me to say that they're bad mothers. It doesn't. I leave it up to my kids. You know, what they think of their moms, and if they're, you know what I mean, like that's ultimately up to them. Um, which is kind of the conversation me and Gab is because I don't want to get into it. I like went off this week. This week, I know Gab was probably irked me. I was, yeah, dropping F bombs and all that. Josh Giddey. So Josh Giddey is a basketball player that plays for the OKC Thunder. So he was accused of having an improper relationship with an underage girl like a week and a half ago, and like nobody's like talking about it, and it's pissing me off. And I'm all for like innocent to proven guilty, but with certain like leagues and certain like I guess celebrities, I feel like they pick and choose who they gonna like make a big deal about because he is yet to be suspended or reprimanded or anything like that. And not saying he should, but Ja Morant, okay, yeah, he was flashing a gun, not an illegal firearm to add, but he probably shouldn't have been doing it. But he was sent away from the team immediately, and I'm like, I don't want to measure the two because both of them are pretty serious. Like, but he didn't shoot anybody. He didn't point the gun at anybody. Like this guy's being accused of having improper relationship with an underage girl, and he's still with the team. Even if you sent him away and he still got paid, yeah, absolutely. But like Ja Morant was sent away from the team immediately. They had a game the next day, and it was like he's unavailable. He's gonna be out for the next 5 games because he was sent to get some counseling. And the only thing that I see here is the complexion for deflection because Josh Giddey is the right complexion, and I feel like if Josh Giddey was Josh Richardson, it would be a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? Something different would have happened. I saw his interview, and I mean, obviously, I hope that it's not true, but I saw his interview. They were interviewing him about it, and to me, it was just really suspect. His answer was very short. They were not like, he didn't confirm anything, but he just didn't deny anything. He just kept saying, like, no comment, basically. So it was just like, what the fuck is going on here? So I'm going to keep looking out for that and seeing what's going on there. But yeah, today I want to talk about marriage and the benefits of marriage and how men are really the ones that get the short end of the stick, especially when the marriage fails. You know, to me, in my opinion, marriage is only beneficial to women mostly. Like, yeah, there's benefits for us, but if the shit goes south, we are fucked. As men, we are fucked. Yeah, I'm going to probably cuss a lot on this subject. And it's just like, who benefits most? Like, and like I said, men don't benefit the way that women do. When women leave the marriage with more than what they came with, so they benefit more in divorce. You see it all the time. Women get divorced and they get a settlement, or they, the man has to pay this and pay that, and also when like kids are involved, especially say y'all got kids together and they're your stepchildren, and you done built these relationships with these kids, and now like because it didn't work out with y'all, most of the time the women, they take the kids with them, and you never see that kid again. You have no right or say so over. I want to see my stepson and stepdaughter that I just built a relationship over the last 10 years. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like if the mom says no because biologically they aren't your children, that's just what it is. I've experienced that. Not directly with a marriage, but I've experienced like being in a relationship and then like, yeah, it didn't work out, and I built this relationship with this child, and now it's just like, nah, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I've never done anybody that I've introduced my kids to, which is the list is short. But if my kids have a relationship with them, regardless of how if me and that person worked out, I still let them have access to them because you didn't do anything to my kids. We just didn't work out, whether it was my fault or your fault. But that's none of my kids' business. If you are a good person to my children, then continue being a good person to my children. That's how I operate. The more people that's labeled to love my kids, the better. Alimony, child support, spousal support, properties, all that shit is like, as soon as you get divorced, it's split. Like, I remember like with Kim K and Kanye, they got divorced, and she got a settlement. It didn't even make any sense. They are both rich as fuck. They're both billionaires. He bought a house, I think, across the street from her. She got that house too. It was just like, she don't need that house. She don't. The women win in divorce. Like, y'all win. A lot of women come up crazy in a divorce. Some women get into marriages just to get divorced. You know what I mean? We've seen that before too. Uh, and I say it all the time, man. Women come into these relationships, most come in these relationships with absolutely nothing. They're not, you know what I mean? And I don't care how, they don't bring anything to the table, so to speak. They're coming with children, they're coming with debt, they're coming with bad credit, and you expect this man to provide all these things for you, which is great, and y'all get married, and then it doesn't work out for whatever reason. It's probably not working out for the same reason that it didn't work out with that person you had them kids with. And that's just some hard truth. And then when this man that doesn't have any ties to you realizes that, he's like, I want a divorce, or you file for the divorce, guess what? You take half, or probably more than half of all his shit. And that's fucked up, because this person has spent their life building and working hard for the things that they have, and you're just gonna take it. In my lifetime, I probably dated one person that came into the relationship with their own money or their own shit in line. And to be frank, like, as far as like financials, that was Jordan Mom. Jordan Mom never asked me to pay a bill or not, like never, none of it, like ever. When we lived together, it was obviously I'll take care of the financials, but she, if I left or anything or decided to move, like, she would have been perfectly fine, because financially she was cool, she was fine. And that's the only person I could really say that about. I could think about. Everybody else that I dated didn't have shit. Everybody. And again, that's probably me. I gotta make better decisions, absolutely, because I know someone will probably email me or text me that or DM me that. But yeah, obviously I gotta make better decisions. But we ain't talking about me right now. Why would a man want to mortgage his future? I marry you, and now, because that's kind of how I look at it. Especially when we talk about the benefits of being married versus the benefits of being in a regular relationship. And a lot of times, some of these women don't even qualify to be a wife. You know, y'all come into the situation. So, quick story. I remember I guess you could say, talking to somebody or dating somebody. I actually got two stories about this person. And I remember I was at her house. She was like doing laundry, and she didn't even know you were supposed to separate clothes. She was like washing like the whites with the darks with the whites. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are they not separated? And she's like, I always wash my clothes like that. And I'm like, that's why shit fades, or that's why, like, and she didn't know that. And it was just like, and this is a person with a kid. So it was just like the simple things, the basic shit that you should know. All right, granted, you'll know that. But yeah, like, what? Like, there's just certain things. And like, another story about this person. So what I noticed about people, what women do, or some, again, we're gonna say some, not all. As usual, I don't want to get attacked, but y'all. So women that y'all value, what I notice now in the 30s and late 30s, everybody that I notice in my age bracket, the women, they're all trying to get married now. If they're not married, they're trying to get married. Everybody's my age that's a man, no interest in getting married. And that's really because, like, again, because the older I get, like, I gain value, because, like, I don't have like a shelf life on when I can have kids or anything. Like, I can have kids. We see Al Pacino just had a baby. He's like 85. So I'm gonna always be to have kids or bring life into the world. Women, it's not the same. The older y'all get, the less value y'all have. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but that's just the facts. Y'all prime is normally before you're 30. Like, that's when y'all in y'all peak, physically and everything, sexually, all that stuff. So that's also why some men are like dating down. They date younger people. But so I had the same girl, and like, she was cool. She was I'm not gonna say she was a bad person. She was a good human being. She really was. I enjoyed my time with her. But the same person, she had a bunch of like relations with friends of mine or people that I knew, and I mean, like, people that I probably grew up with, and like, obviously after, she let me know that and everything, I mean, it was okay, cool, like, whatever, because I'm not looking long term with you anyway. We're just enjoying our time together, and of course going out having fun, like, whatever. I think I was talking to her after I got divorced, so obviously I'm not looking for nothing serious. But yeah, this person was trying to like make her my boyfriend. I mean, wanted me to make her my girlfriend. Like, was trying to like go steady with me, or like be in like a real relationship. And I was just like, I had to keep it real with her. I was like, like, what are you thinking? Like, you know what I mean? And I see a lot of women that, let me use the right words, that live promiscuously in their 20s, sometimes in their teens, and you are, after you've done all the shit that you wanted to do, you come and you try to like get someone to like wife you. And not to say that you probably are, you probably could be a good wife, but you can't do that in the community that you was doing all that business in. And I'm just being frank. Same for men. You can't go around sleeping with everybody's sister and cousin and auntie or whatever, and then try to like settle in that same community. Like you can't do it. You just can't do it. It's like, what the fuck you think I'm a rehab facility? Like, you're not. No, this ain't that. And again, like I said, not saying people don't change, but I can't bring you to the family barbecue when you done been with half the barbecue. I just can't. Something else. Something else. Back to people coming into relationships not being ready. You can't. You cannot require a man to make you a wife just so you could be a good girlfriend. And what I mean by that is exactly what it sounds like. Some people are just really good girlfriends, or barely, and you think a man's supposed to put a ring on it. And I've seen people say like, I'm not doing this, or that, because there's no ring on their finger. And it's like, well, how do you get, like, you have to show me, in order for me to want you to be my wife, or for me to want to be married, you have to like show the traits that are needed for me to make you a wife. I just can't, like, you can't be a shitty ass person and then like I make you a wife and then it just turns on. Like, no, like, you are who you are. And on basic shit like making a man lunch, ironing his shirts, like I've met women that did not know how to iron. And there's no shade to them, I know how to iron, but it's just like, what is going on? Y'all want us to protect, pay for, provide, and leave from the rip. These are things that a husband does. You know what I mean? What if I said I can't protect you until I'm your husband? What if I said, oh well, you baby, some man he slapped the shit out of me. Whoa. I'm just your boyfriend. What you telling me for? That ain't my job. You know what I mean? Or you in a rut, you need something paid for. Oh my God, my lights getting cut off this week. Whoa. You don't live with me. I'm just your boyfriend. I'm not your husband. And these women would leave. You would fucking leave me. You would be like, nigga, like, I'm out. I'm gonna find me a real man. That's what you would say. And if women can get all the benefits of being married without or before being married, so should we. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Overall, obviously, yes, we all can do better. Absolutely. I firmly believe that we can. But this was just something that was on my mind this week, and it was really disturbing me. I was married once briefly, so I don't know if that counts. But so I can't even compare nothing in that situation, because most of our time actually was spent together before we was married. We wasn't married long enough to really, for me to really have something to measure up against. Obviously, being married is a really beautiful thing if it's done correctly. I see people get married all the time. I was at 3 weddings this year, and all 3 of them are really happy, and I believe they're gonna have long, full marriages, because you can see the love is there, but it's the right situation for the right people. I don't know. I got some stats for y'all. Actually got some upcoming guests too. Hopefully, I think my next episode is gonna be a 2-part episode, I believe, and it's with 2 women. So I'm gonna ask them the same question when I get them on it, because I'm pretty sure they have an opinion about. One of them actually is engaged, but I'm pretty sure they would have some really interesting opinions on this stuff. So in 2021, 31.2% of black people were married, compared to 54% white. Divorce, however, amongst black people is the highest. The highest divorce rate is black people and the Hispanic. With black people, it's 30.8%, and then followed by Hispanic, 18.5%. I don't look up anything else after that. The one thing that stood out to me, and again is why I say it does not benefit a man to get married, is women initiate 70% of divorces in the black community. Women initiate 70% of divorces. That's crazy. And of that 70%, 50% of those women do not wish to remarry. And for men, it was 30% of them do not wish to get married again. I'm probably that 30%. I really don't have any interest in getting married. I don't know. You never know. I don't know what the future holds, but right now, that's the furthest thing from my mind. It's just because of what I see out here. And again, my opinion is just like, I know how much work and effort I've put into build all of this for myself and my family, and to be where we're at, physically, emotionally, financially, everything. So to bring someone into that situation and have them disrupt and not add to it, it's really a hard thing for me to do. You know what I mean? It really is. Uh, and I mean, it's probably also, I'm probably hyper independent as well. So the fact that I really don't need anyone to do anything for me is a major part of that. I don't need you to make me lunch. It would be nice. I don't need you to iron my clothes. It would be nice. I don't need you to wash my clothes. It would be nice because I could do all those things myself. But back to that, the two reasons for divorce with the women, one, the number one reason was income, and the second was childhood family structure, uh, which means basically it's just about how they were brought up, what they saw. And it probably also means that a lot of these people are in relationships that need therapy, need to go get therapy, sit down, and get some healing. You know, that's really, that's more my opinion. Because you can't enter a situation and not be prepared and not be ready. And, you know, bringing in baggage and shit from your past. And I think that's what goes on a lot nowadays, which is back to me saying I'm not ready to be in a relationship because I need to heal. I gotta take care of some stuff for me. I gotta work on me. I need to be a better person. I gotta make sure that I'm where I need to be so that I can be available to my partner, and be the type of partner that I want in return. So that's all I got for y'all today. My plug today is Liquid Gold Herbs. My dog Shakira, you know, she's created another business, another, you know, product. Is hair growth oil. I use it on my beard. I use it in Jordan's hair. She's also working on an oil for eczema. You can find her on Instagram at Liquid Gold Herbs. That's LIQUIDGOLDHERBS _. If your edges is not edging, then go get this oil. If your hair is not growing the way you want, go get it. I promise you won't be disappointed. Her product has my beard all shiny and soft for potential stepmamas. So yeah, go reach out to her, get her. I don't know when this drops. The sale will be over, but I know she has a Cyber Monday sale. They definitely missed the Black Friday. You're gonna miss the Black Friday zone. But she had a Cyber Monday deal. You're probably gonna miss this because this is gonna drop on a Tuesday. So y'all probably gonna miss it. Well, go buy it anyway. Go pay full price. Stop being cheap. And she only does shipping, so make sure y'all pay for that shipping. It's not that much. Y'all stop tripping. Go get the oil. The oil is outstanding. I love it. Jordan's hair actually has. I've been using it a little over a month. Jordan hair actually looks a lot better. It's thicker. It's getting length, especially like, you know, most kids that have that little like in the back of their head where it's like not a lot of hair or it's a little thinned out. It is no longer thinned out. I actually got to send her some updated pictures. But yeah, go get it. And while you're at it, buy one of her books. As usual, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all's time. I hope everybody has a good week. And until next time, peace.